In a land where beauty is revered and traditions are sacred, a young prince is celebrated as the most eligible bachelor in the kingdom. His heart, however, is untouched by any of the women who try to win his favor, until one fateful day. The prince encounters a breathtaking damsel whose beauty outshines every woman in the village. Unknown to him, this enchanting woman harbors a dark secret. Her sole purpose is to ensnare the prince's heart, binding him to her forever. Blinded by her beauty, the prince swiftly marries her, marking the beginning of a perilous journey. After the grand wedding, Prince Nanji and his new bride settle into the royal palace. At first, everything seems perfect. The kingdom rejoices at the union, and his bride is adored by all for her beauty and grace. However, strange occurrences begin to unfold, causing Nanji to question what could have gone wrong. Shortly after the wedding, the village's once bountiful crops begin to wither and die overnight. Fields that were lush and green turn brown and desolate, as if some unseen force had drained life from the land. The villagers, who have always relied on the harvest, grow anxious and fearful as their food supply dwindles. Some of the villagers started gossiping about the recent happenings. Jacob, a yam farmer, was walking one evening with his friend and he said,
"I've never seen the crops fail like this. It's as if the earth itself is cursed and the palace isn't addressing these matters yet."
His friend then replied, "Maybe the weather isn't favorable. Remember, we experienced this some years back after the Agungi festival." Livestock across the village begins to vanish without a trace. Farmers wake up to find their barns empty, with no signs of struggle or tracks leading away. The disappearances happen night after night, leaving the villagers baffled and terrified. "My goats are gone. All of them just like that. How can this be?" And another villager said, "Something is not right. First the crops, now our animals. What evil has befallen our village?" As the days pass, eerie wails begin to echo through the village at night, seemingly coming from nowhere and everywhere at once. The cries are mournful and otherworldly, sending chills down the spines of all who hear them. The villagers huddle in their homes, too afraid to venture outside after dark. With the village in a state of panic, the royals call for an emergency meeting in the village square. The entire community gathers, their faces filled with fear and uncertainty. Prince Nanji, deeply troubled by the growing unrest, stands alongside his parents and the other royals as the chief oracle steps forward to address the crowd. Chief Oracle, raising his hands to silence the crowd. "People of this village, heed my words. Darkness has crept into our midst. Strange powers have mingled with royalty, and the signs are all around us." One of the villagers replied from the crowd, "What do you mean, Ilebaje? What is happening to us?" The chief oracle replied, his voice grave and filled with authority. "The earth is sick. The animals flee, and the spirits wail in the night. These are not mere coincidences. A powerful force, one not of this world, has taken root among us." Prince Nanji, stepping forward concerned. "What must we do? How can we stop this?" Chief Oracle, looking directly at Nanji, his eyes piercing. "The source of this power must be found and the truth revealed. We must look within our own ranks, for the darkness is closer than any of us would wish to believe." Queen, Nanji's mother, fearful, glancing at her son, as she said, "Do you mean to say this evil has entered the palace?" Ilebaje, nodding slowly, "Yes, my queen, the signs point to it. We must be vigilant, for this force seeks to corrupt and destroy. To uncover the truth, we must seek out the source, and only then can we cleanse this blight from our land." The villagers, now more terrified than ever, look to their prince for guidance. Nanji, though deeply disturbed by Ilebaje's words, resolves to find the truth. The revelation that the darkness may be linked to the palace itself shakes the entire kingdom, setting the stage for Nanji's quest to uncover the truth and rid his land of the curse. The next steps involve a deep investigation within the palace and among the royal family, leading Nanji to confront the true nature of his wife and the dark powers at play. The Vanishing Reflection. Occurrence. A week after the village square meeting, Prince Nanji notices something unsettling. While dining together, he glances at a polished silver plate on the table and realizes that his wife's reflection is absent. He tries to dismiss it as a trick of the light, but the incident leaves him unnerved. Nanji's thoughts. How can this be? She sat right beside me. Yet I saw only myself in the silver plate. This cannot be a mere illusion. The Withering Flowers occurrence. Nanji gifts his bride a bouquet of the finest roses from the royal garden. However, when he returns to her chambers the next morning, he finds the flowers withered and blackened, as if drained of life. No other flowers in the palace show any sign of decay. Nanji's thoughts. These roses were fresh and full of life just yesterday. How could they wither so quickly? What kind of force could do such a thing? Late at night, Nanji starts hearing eerie whispers and distant chanting emanating from the direction of his wife's chambers. The words are in an ancient language he does not recognize. When he questions her the next morning, she dismisses it as a dream, but the prince remains suspicious. Nanji's thoughts. These voices, dark, ancient, echo in my mind long after the night has passed. Could it be her? What does she do when she believes I am asleep? The revelation. With the accumulation of these strange occurrences, Nanji's suspicions grow. Desperate to uncover the truth, Nanji sneaks into his wife's chambers one night and finds her performing a dark ritual by the light of the full moon. Her true form, a withered ancient crone, reveals itself as she chants, sealing Nanji's fears. Nanji, voice filled with horror and resolve. You are no bride of mine. You witch, his voice trembling but resolute. I know what you are. She smiled sweetly, her eyes glinting with malice. Oh, my love, what are you saying? Has your mind been clouded by doubt? I am the same woman who captured your heart. Nanji stepping back, disgust in his eyes. What do I have to do with you? You are all mine to devour as I please, your highness, she replied. You have shared my body. It's too late to back down now. We are bound by the sacred vows you so willingly took. Silence still the room. I am Princess Oriah, and I'm here to take what rightfully mine, Nanji. What truly yours? Your contributions to this kingdom are non-existent. Our paths have never crossed, and I've taken nothing from you. You have no stake in my affairs. Oriah. Oh, is that what you believe? You think I lack an invitation? Laughs mockingly. You think this is all about you, Prince? Spare me the ignorance and ask your elders. Run along and let them know the true heir to the throne is reborn. As he storms out in anger, fear, and despair, Nanji's thoughts. I will break this curse, or die trying. The confession. The prince confesses to his parents in the royal chamber. Prince, kneeling before the king and queen, his voice heavy with guilt. Mother, father, I have brought a curse upon our family. The woman I married is not who she appears to be. King, stern but concerned. What are you saying, my son? This is the woman you choose, the one who carries our future. Prince, looking up, desperation in his eyes. She is a witch, a creature of the dark. Only I can see her true form, a hideous hag, ancient and evil. Queen, gasping, covering her mouth in shock. But how could this be? The people adore her. We all saw her beauty with our own eyes. Prince, nodding solemnly. That is her curse, to deceive everyone but her victim. I was blind, but now I see. King, placing a hand on the prince's shoulder. "We have made a grave error, my son, but you are not lost yet. Seek out the oracle chief. Perhaps there is a way to undo this darkness." Prince. "But, father, she claims to be the true heir to the throne. How can this be?" King, exchanging a weighted glance with the queen. "It is a long and stormy night, my son. Go and see the chief priest. He will unravel the mysteries. But be warned, the truth may be more than you can bear." The resolution. The prince seeks guidance from the oracle chief in the sacred temple. The oracle's revelation, setting. The sacred temple is cloaked in shadows, the air thick with incense and the crackling of a small fire. Flickering light dances across the stone walls, illuminating the weathered face of Chief Oracle, who sits cross-legged on a mat. Prince Nanji, tense and on edge, stands before him, searching for answers. Prince, bowing deeply before the Oracle Chief. "Great Oracle, I come to you in desperation. I have been deceived by a witch, and now I seek a way out." Oracle Chief, his voice ancient and filled with a grave warning. "The gods told me of your dilemma, and that you now have a contender, Chief Oracle." Her eyes remain closed, as if listening to a distant whisper before slowly opening to meet his gaze. Oraire's claim is not without substance. Her words carry the weight of a forgotten history, a wound hidden in the shadows of time. Prince Nanji, leaning forward, his voice insistent. "Speak plainly, Oracle. What history? What wound?" Chief Oracle Ilibaje, with a slow, enigmatic smile. "You ask for plain words, yet the truth is never so simple, Nanji. Long ago, in a time when kingdoms bled for power, a young prince, your father, was faced with a choice that would shape the fate of many. He stood at the edge of a cliff, with a girl hanging from its edge, a girl whose hand held a relic of great power. Prince Nanji." His heart racing, a sense of dread filling him. "Oraira, it was her, wasn't it?" Chief Oracle Ilibaye, nodding, his voice low, almost a whisper. "Yes, it was Oraira, the last of her line, clutching the royal staff of her ancestors. The very staff that could grant prosperity to any who wielded it. Your father tried to save her, but the old king, the one whose blood runs in your veins, gave a different order: to let her fall. In his words, your father had no reason saving the enemy offspring." Prince Nanji, his breath quickens, the pieces beginning to fall into place. And he obeyed. He let her fall into that abyss. Chief Oracle Ilibaje, her eyes narrowing, her voice taking on a darker tone. But the abyss was no ordinary chasm. It was a portal to a place where time has no hold, where suffering has no end. Orire did not perish, Nanji. She was cast into a timeless void, left to wander and endure, drawing upon dark powers to survive. Prince Nanji. And now she has returned, claiming my throne. Chief Oracle Ilibaje. Cryptically, with a knowing smile. Returned not just for your throne, but for the justice denied to her. The staff she clutched was not just a relic, Nanji. It was a symbol of her birthright. Her claim is legitimate, bound by the old laws. Her blood is as royal as yours, and she seeks to reclaim what was stolen and revenge. The path is shrouded in mystery. To undo what was done, you must seek the very staff your father cast away in his anger. It lies beyond the grasp of the living, guarded by the spirits of those who fell unjustly. You must find it, or she will claim more than just the throne. She will claim your soul. The staff lies in the place where your lineage began, where the first oath was sworn. But know this, Prince, you will face 7 trials, each designed to test not just your strength, but your spirit, your wisdom, and your heart. Oracle, Chief. Opening his eyes, fixing the prince with a penetrating gaze. Prince, his resolve unshaken but a flicker of concern in his voice. 7 trials. What are these trials, Oracle? How can I prepare for them? Prince Nanji, feeling a cold sweat, his voice barely audible. And where do I start this journey? Start where it all began, Prince Nanji. At the edge of the world, where life meets death. At the place where she fell, and where your father turned his back on mercy. His voice growing solemn as he begins to list the trials. Listen well, young prince, for each trial is more daunting than the last. The trial of shadows. You will face illusions that prey on your deepest fears. Only by recognizing the truth within yourself can you dispel them. The trial of the river. A treacherous crossing awaits, where the waters pull at your soul. The current is strong, and you must find the will to stay the course, lest you be swept away. The trial of the forgotten. You will wander through a forest of lost souls, those who have failed before you. Their whispers will tempt you to join them, but you must hold fast to your purpose. The trial of fire. A wall of flames bars your path, representing the rage and pain you have endured. Only by embracing your suffering can you walk through unscathed. The trial of the heart. In a land of illusions, you will be confronted by the witch, who will try to sway you with the image of the woman you loved. Do not be deceived, for this is the trial of your heart's true loyalty. The trial of stone. A mountain stands before you, representing the weight of your ancestors' expectations. The climb is steep and the burden heavy, but you must reach the peak to claim your birthright. The trial of the spirit. Finally, you will face yourself, a mirror of your soul. The final battle is not against the witch, but against the darkness within you. Only by overcoming your inner demons can you wield the staff's true power. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more beautiful stories like this.